I was 100 miles an hour working plasterer. Now that is a hard job, and it went overnight.
I was diagnosed with terminal cancer about 18 months ago, and I've only started coming to the hospice in the last 6 months.
When I first heard what I'd got, I wasn't interested, I just wanted to fizzle out, if you like. All I wanted to do was go see if I'd got enough money to go over to Switzerland, honestly.
This is a short film about Thames Hospicecare, from the people who have chosen to make use of it. People living with life-limiting illness, and their families and friends. It can be frightening when you're first diagnosed with a life-limiting illness. When Linda discovered that she had cancer, the word hospice meant just one thing.
Most certainly a place where you go to die. Absolute dread at the thought of coming here.
Yet when it came to it, Linda's first stay at Thames Hospicecare was far from the dark experience she had imagined.
Oh yeah, get homemade cake as well. I live by myself, and I actually come here and I feel that life has begun again, because there is always noise around me. There are always people with a smile on their face that want to know you, are full of such care and compassion, that I actually feel that this has become my family over the last 6 months.
Like Linda, Martin and his wife Debbie quickly realised that the hospice was not what they had feared.
Well, the old idea of a hospice is somewhere you come to die, I think, but I realised that it's not that at all. Most people who are here go home after a week or two and carry on with their lives.
And I know that I can ask any question I want to, and I won't feel that they're judging me or anything like that. I can ask as many questions and go over things as many times as I like.
Thames Hospicecare is a very special local charity that works in East Berkshire, and it provides services to patients and families with life-limiting conditions. We have 2 sites, one based in Ascot and one based in Windsor, and we have a hospice at home service as well. So it depends very much on patient and family need, but we could, for example, care for people right at the end of their lives in our inpatient facility here, or through our team of hospice at home nurses. People can come for day support, they can come for groups, advice, their families can have a break, carers can be supported. So it really very much depends on the needs of the patient and family. A hospice is not a dark place where people just come to die. It is a vibrant, loving place where there are lots of experts who have skills that can help you.
So, we were talking about your pain management.
Yes.
You've had the dose slightly reduced, actually, in the syringe drivers. So what do you think about the fact that we've reduced the dose?
Teresa has come to support her husband Joe in his first stay at Thames Hospicecare.
Well, I think it gives me an opportunity to not be so, dosed up on opioids, medication that relaxes the muscles rather than sort of pain killers as such.
You have needed some extra doses.
What our staff can do is help support people, relieve pain and symptoms, and actually empower you to live the very best lives that you can live in the time that's left to you.
Yeah, you have to face reality. I've got a terminal illness which, one day is going to get me, but not yet. And I'm going to try and live my life the best I can. With plans to go home. I've got plans to do things in the future with my family, and the hospice is helping me get there.
We know now that if eventually we have to come back, that we're not frightened to come back. That's the thing,
Obviously we do have some sadness. People do die here, but that's not the only reason they come here. Lots of people come and they go back out and live lives in the community for quite some time.
I think people's perception of a hospice is that you come here to die. Well, in fact, it's untrue. Some people come for, a rehabilitation, like myself. Is the ultimate is to get me back home. And other people come in for respite, to give their family a little rest from the care.
This is our first experience actually here, and it's been wonderful.
The NHS could learn a hell of a lot from the care that's provided.
I have found a peace being here.
Stuffed pepper, I
My
think.
favourite.
Yeah. There you go. You haven't got cabbage. I don't
It's certainly enabled me to come to terms with my illness in a way I never thought possible. And simple things like sitting out in the garden and just listening to the birds, listening to the school children in the fields next door, things that I would never have taken the time to listen to before or think about, have actually just made me sit and contemplate life and actually think how lucky I in fact am. The first day I was here, somebody knocked on my door at 5 o'clock and said, well, would you like your feet massaged? And I'd already felt that I was grateful just to be allowed a bed in the hospice, let alone then to be pampered as well. So you were made to feel very, very much cared for through therapeutic treatments, such as massage. There are counselling services that are offered. It's not some place where I've suddenly come for the first time in the last few weeks of my life. It's been a place where I have gradually got to know the people so well here that they are like family members. So that fear of those last few days or few weeks is no longer.
As well as the inpatient service at Windsor, Thames Hospicecare has another site at Ascot, a drop-in community centre that provides support for those living at home with life-limiting illness.
We met Kevin Keegan.
I love Kevin Keegan.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Well, I actually saw him.
For Dave, Ascot offered just what he needed to get past the shock of diagnosis and start putting his life back together.
As soon as I came here, I knew. I'm talking to the girls, that this is going to work for me. I had difficulty walking after the operation because I had 5 tumours. And it's so relaxing, come 2 days a week and it just gives you that break from home. And I can walk.
Sometimes Dave surprises himself with some of the activities he chooses.
And then slowly start to curl up once again.
I never thought I'd get into yoga. I used to think it was all for hippies and, but as soon as I met Andy, the yoga guy,
You start to feel the breath.
and you listen and take it on board, and it was doing me good. I could tell it,
Not reaching for it.
He can talk you down off the ceiling.
As we would when we sleep at night.
You can.
Effortlessly.
After the second or third session, I said, "You're right, Andy." I said, "It does what it said on the tin." I felt great, and so did the other ladies.
And elbows in, not moving your elbows.
I never thought I'd get into fine-tuning physio, but every bit of it has helped.
A good lunch is something you can look forward to at Ascot. And like all Thames Hospicecare services, it's free.
And I've seen the mushroom soup, so I've ordered it. I've had it in reverse.
I feel awful having a free dinner. It don't seem right to me.
Don't understand why. It's one of these few perks in life,
When I came in and saw all this, I think it was gorgeous.
I don't understand how they are able to fund a thing like this. It's amazing. We don't pay. Not at all.
It's free because we're a charity. It's free because we've enjoyed the support of the community for almost 25 years. We have 16 shops, our charity shops. They raise income. We have a fundraising team that brings in money. We have people's generosity in terms of legacies being left to us. And we do get just over £1 million from the NHS.
They do anything for you. The only thing they won't do is a boob job.
I come in the morning and we do this and we do the exercises and
any time in September.
Already see the doctor and he'd sort of put my mind at rest. It's not a place to go and die, go and enjoy it, which I have done.
I just love coming.
2 or 3 hours, good company, partly.
Attending the day centre at Ascot is about learning how to live well with life's limitations.
Control your shortness of breath.
Breathlessness, for example, can be a real problem associated with serious illness.
I don't get up till about 8:30. I come downstairs and get my breakfast. That takes the breath away for a bit as well.
Today, it's the third of 6 sessions on best ways to cope.
Then I come down.
But sometimes you said that you do get short of breath sleeping occasionally, Beryl.
I do, yeah. That's the worst time is in bed.
Keeping your wrist still. A little bit of exercise is better than doing nothing at all.
Digestion and diet may also be one of the more challenging aspects of a life-limiting illness.
They say that the palm of your hand is the size of the nuts that you should eat per day. So obviously no salted ones.
At Ascot, you're encouraged to learn more about eating well.
For later on in the day.
Many people living with a life-limiting illness are either unable or do not wish to make the journey into a hospice. Audrey has Parkinson's disease and has chosen to be looked after at home by her husband Derek.
Audrey has asked me not to take her into hospital ever, and that goes for the hospice as well. Audrey wants to stay here.
So have you been since I was last here, Audrey? I haven't been for about 3 weeks, so...
Not too bad, really.
Too bad.
Today, instead of Audrey coming into the hospice, the hospice is coming to her.
It's a 24-hour day. I'm never off duty.
Caring for your partner when you're 86 can be a big challenge. Thames Hospicecare offers crucial support for people in Derek's position.
My big problem has been to get things done that we need to do, such as shopping, go to the post office, for me to go to the doctors or anything.
Do you want me to take your dressing gown off? Yeah.
So it's a big relief for me when I can go out, knowing that Audrey's well looked after. And that's been a really big help to me, to get 4 hours off.
For Audrey, it's the familiarity of home that matters. And when the time comes, she would like to die here. At Thames Hospicecare, we have the skills to grant Audrey's wish.
My big worry is when there's something, wrong with Audrey. When do you call for a doctor and that kind of thing? And people such as Mandy have nursing experience, and they will show me how to look after Audrey in some cases. As I say, I think they do spoil Audrey a bit. You know, they cut all the crust off the sandwiches and things like that, which she doesn't get with me, you know. I can do gravy now and rice pudding. Yeah.
I have never been here one day where I felt like a patient. It's just felt like this is something I do on a day-to-day basis that I get a huge amount of enjoyment out of.
Bridget is 86. She knows that the end is quite close. Death was something she dreaded, but the care she's receiving at Thames Hospicecare has fundamentally changed her feelings.
I thought dying was an awful thing. For example, coming in here, it's just home from home. I thought it was just for somebody to die off. I thought that was the end. And living without pain, I can't believe it.
It's helped me face my fears of dying.
I tell you now, everything is good here.
Read what's on the can and you get in it. Yeah.
I now know that I will be around people that I know that will take care of me, make sure I'm in no pain, and will love me to the very end.
I feel very safe. That's the word that sums it up. I feel really safe here.
So, why not? I'm quite happy.
This hospice, together with everything that goes with it, it's a no-brainer.
One of the most important things that I want going forwards is to stress how difficult it is for this place to keep going. And certainly for me personally, what I'm spending a lot of my time doing now is finding any ways possible to help raise money, because it takes an awful lot to provide the facilities that this place provides. And I would just like to make sure that the people who come after me are able to benefit in the ways that I have.